What is going on, everybody? How the hell you doing on this beautiful day, evening,
Friday.
weekend? I'm Manny Vitale, host of My Fight Our War, along with Groot.
Mhm.
And also, well, I don't know if you're going to be able to see her.
Yeah, you shush.
Look at that. We
Hey,
got
me and my
Rocket.
friends.
And as you can see, it's getting a little crowded here in the
But
studio.
a beautiful gift from Amber.
And this was yep, the little sunflower there
Says
was
thank
a
you for helping me
gift
grow.
from one half of the Shenanigators, soon
Mhm.
to be. Well, I don't know how
Maybe.
soon,
I
man.
don't know. It's up to
Um,
Amber and Jacqueline.
it's not easy to be a Shenanigator, man.
Mhm.
You not anybody can just do that. Just so
Mhm.
you know, man. It's kind of like when you like for me, going into 1% of motorcycle club, man, you have to be the right type of person to be a
Mhm.
Shenanigator.
Prove your worth.
You have to be able to hold your own to be a Shenanigator. And when it comes to that, Jacqueline and Amber, they don't mess around.
Uh,
So back to Amber, she was very kind, as you guys know. I was sent a gift a while back from Miss Shenanigator Amber, and it was unicorn poop, cotton candy,
Yeah.
and
I
absolutely
like
loved it.
that.
And so we had some unicorn poop.
Mhm.
And I tell you what, we really appreciate you guys, man. And I mean, obviously, you know, anything is
Yeah.
appreciated, but it's definitely not
It's so
necessary,
sweet.
man. We really
So
do
thoughtful.
appreciate it. Don't take me, the wrong way. It's very, very appreciated because not only that, um, with Amber, but our brother Donald Blow also cotton candy
Mhm.
and maple syrup
Mhm.
and a movie.
And
What was that movie?
blueberry jam.
And
Yeah.
Jam. Yep. And Storm of the Century. I
Yeah.
mean, so you guys are awesome. And your kindness and support is very much appreciated. And as you can see, the sunflower with also with Rocket and everything else going on over there from,
Mhm.
and I also got a gift. And it's kind of funny the reason I don't have it in studio right now, which OG almost shit herself, pissed herself when I made the comment that I made because my gift, as you guys saw, I posted,
Mhm.
were mints for seniors, and they were memory mints for
Mhm.
seniors. So as we're getting started here, firing up the studio, she had her lovely flower,
Mhm.
and I went, "Oh shit! I forgot my memory pills in the or mints in the truck." To which
It's
laughing and
just
snorting pursued.
oh yeah, it's just perfect.
I
Perfect.
mean,
They're
she
memory
just
pills. You
yeah,
forgot
my
them.
memory mints, my
Memory
memory
mints. That's right.
mints.
Mhm.
I forgot in my truck, and she just "Ah, oh my god, and
Ah,
it
it was
usually it
perfect.
takes a few seconds, up to a minute at times to get the snort
Mhm.
going.
Mhm.
Oh, this was instant, and it was pretty funny. I
Mhm.
forgot my memory mints in my truck. There
Mhm.
she is.
There she.
Um, Amber, I'm not sure. I don't know if you heard me, Amber, but as you can see, the absolutely lovely sunflower from the Shenanigator Amber. And I'm not sure if you heard what I just said, but
She's
we
at a
were just,
football game, so she's having a hard time hearing.
but we were just getting ready to fire up the studio, and I looked over, and she had her sunflower. I'm like, all right, let's do this. And I'm like, oh shit. I go, I forgot my memory mints in my truck, to which she just lost it and just started
Uh-huh.
cracking up,
Uh-huh.
laughing, snorting the whole bit. And it was funny. I forgot my memory mints in the truck.
Yeah, yeah.
So I,
Ergo, memory mints.
but again, from Amber, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. There's Vincent and Tyler. Jeez, come on,
Ooh,
get it
boy,
right.
oh
There,
boy.
my memory. I
Yeah,
need
the
those
memory's
mints.
gone.
Yeah, Tyler, how you doing, man? I'm going. I'm at work. I get off in 10 minutes.
All
Yes,
right, all right.
and my cousin Laura.
Mm-hmm.
Laura, but yeah. So isn't that something, Amber? I mean,
Perfect. Obviously, he needs your mints.
It was so damn funny. It was just, I mean, because as you know, I plan nothing, I script nothing, and
Mhm.
shit just flows. And it
Mhm.
did, and it was just perfect timing. So, but seriously, Amber, thank you so much
So
for
thoughtful.
that,
So
your
very
kindness,
thoughtful.
and you know what? It just puts a smile
And
out there.
and we
And
started our day. We took them to the restaurant so we could show all the waitresses because it's
yep,
kind of like a family thing there. And they were just they thought the mints were funny.
see what you put,
What? No, let me see.
the flour.
Oh, yeah, but
She
it's
didn't
beautiful.
realize.
Oh, but it's
No, you did.
beautiful. The-
You did.
But sunflowers are big.
I didn't realize that sunflower's so big.
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
yes,
Yep.
it
Yep.
is. You need super strength. I do. I seriously do. But you know what? It was funny. Donald Blow in the house.
Wow, everybody's just
Donald,
popping
Vincent,
on.
Amber,
Whoa.
Tyler, my man, who's
Fabulous.
getting off work in 10 minutes. Well, actually, now 8 minutes.
Uh-huh.
So, cousin Laura from Arizona hanging out
Mhm.
with, can't remember the fur baby's name. Laura, what's your cat's name? Wonder Dog 2. Mine is already asleep in her
She's
chair.
asleep in the chair. That's right.
She's got her own. It's like her producer's chair.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she's already out like a light. Let's see.
Okay, I got to write down all these names.
Yes, so far. Tyler. Oh, there's cousin. Cousin Tony's in the house. A lot. Sunny. Sunny's the name
Sunny's
of
the
your
cat.
fur baby. Okay. So we got Sunny.
Sunny
We've
the
got
cat.
Field of Sunflowers, Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
And like today is Friday, right?
Yes, it's Friday.
You know, see, today's everyone's Friday, but it's
Mhm.
really not mine because I work on Saturday. So today's my Thursday, tomorrow's my Friday. And you know what? It's just this weather has been beautiful. Obviously, I love this. I know some people absolutely adore the hot, which we've been having here in Detroit, Michigan, the last. And we literally had over a month of between 90 and almost 100 degrees for a month straight. And over at Wolverine, where I work in the Bay, we have no air,
Mm.
and it was freaking hot. And me personally, I just love the fall, love it. The cool, crisp air, especially riding a Harley. And the ideal weather for me is like around 60 degrees or so. Just enough where you need your jacket. You know, sometimes you might have to
Yeah.
pull a bandana up over your face, to, it's just plus the bikes absolutely love the cool air for the motors. Um, but we've been, like I said, been very lucky. The only thing that has been going on though is my apartment. There's a big pond in the
Oh.
back,
Mm.
which is turning into a small puddle because we literally have not had any rain. Um, and the ducks and the geese, they'd swim right up to the shore, hop up onto the grass, and it was showtime, man, because all I have to do is just open up the blinds and they know it's feeding time. But now there is what, at least 8-9 feet
Oh,
of
it's
mud
lost a lot.
all around the pond, and we just haven't had the rain. So, Lori, how are you? Good to see you. Last we chatted with Lori, she had some very good news, and we're just going to keep it at that and keep the good news flowing. So, Lori, always good to see you. Vincent says we had the same temp in Midwest, humid.
Mhm.
Yeah, I tell you, Vince, that's like I will take the fall over all the seasons, but you know I don't mind hot weather. If you're out on the boat, if you're in the water and stuff like that. But when you get that humidity, and just like cousin Tony and Laura in Arizona, and the one time I was in California or in Vegas, way another lifetime ago. I remember it was 100 and something, and people were like, "Well, yeah, but it's a dry heat." I'm like, "It's 105. I don't want to hear that shit." Um,
Still hot.
and Lori says,
Is she
"I'm
ready
ready for a rally."
Okay, well,
Well,
Before you know it, it'll be June.
As
Not even
I
October yet, but before you know it.
and as I recall,
That's right.
our conversation started in October,
October.
November.
Mhm.
And you turn around and since you brought that up, there's your man right there, Donald Blow. So Donald, um, we you're going to be busy, Donald, because not only are your presence and your correspondence skills needed in Athens, Alabama. I'm not sure if we told you that we've we volunteered your services in New Milford, Connecticut, with the Brian Cody Brothers and Sisters
Mhm.
Foundation. Um, so definitely looking forward to seeing everybody.
And Donald's hunting tomorrow.
Sheila, how you doing, Sheila? It's good to see the singing Sheila.
Mhm. That
For
beautiful
those of
voice.
you who don't know what I'm talking about, our friend Sheila, our family member Sheila, has one amazing voice, and I'm not kidding. She sent me.
She
Oh
sang to
man,
me.
Amber. Oh well, she just gave me an update,
Oh,
but
tigers.
um,
Rawr.
Sheila sent me a messenger, and I tell you what, it was just her, no music,
Acapella.
acapella, and we're gonna set something up,
Woo. Yeah.
because just a absolutely beautiful voice. So thank you for sharing that, Sheila, and we will make that happen. And Donald, what'd you say about
He's going hunting tomorrow. I think that's what he said.
good? Oh, enjoy, brother, enjoy. He also says, I know we're going to Daytona in February.
That's a good time to go to Daytona.
Yes. And what does Sheila have? Something here with, I found the most urgent care. Maybe I found an urgent care, got approval Monday noon. Yes. Very good,
Good.
Sheila.
Yeah,
Very good, man.
gotta take care of
You,
yourself.
you, yeah, you've been plugging away and you've been going
Mhm.
through a lot. And like they always say, man, God never gives us more than we can handle. It just shows you how absolutely strong you are.
Mhm.
So, we're continuing to always send positive thoughts and prayers to all of our family, man, all of them.
All that
And
good energy.
and throwing some stuff out there. Just wanted to give a shout out to my brother Bill Stacks again for joining us last night. Have a little chit chat, had a little fun with Bill, going over how some people actually thought we were in jail, and that was really neat. So definitely
Mhm.
appreciate that. So make sure you go to Chatting with Stacks. Check out Bill Stacks.
It's not on My Fight or War at all. It's just still on Chatting with Stacks.
Yeah, because he never sent
He didn't
the
send it over.
yeah,
Okay.
he hasn't sent the full length over yet. So Bill, if you're watching, I still am waiting for that so I can post it. Tricia Gibson, how are you?
Oh, look at all these folks. How nice.
Everyone, welcome to the party.
Whoa.
And look, you guys didn't even notice. Look, I don't have snaggle teeth anymore. I got the temp taken out, man. And I tell you what, it was so funny because the assistant, who is incredible, and it's Briarwood Dental. For those
Okay.
of you who might be in Randy Powers, it's been a while, my man. But anybody who is in the Detroit metropolitan area, especially in like Clinton Township, Sterling Heights area, and if you're looking, oh man, if you're looking for have some work done, you need a dentist, Dr. Frank Petrozzolo, Dr. Frank
Mhm.
at Briarwood Dental. The
And I'm so
staff,
glad you found them because we won't say the names, but he used to have an awful dentist.
oh man, and
They
Dr.
were
Frank,
the worst.
Dr. Frank and his staff are incredible. Rachel
Mhm.
is the his assistant, who she is a riot. The whole staff, and God, I can't. The receptionist is just amazing. We were talking about the last time I was there. We were just chit chatting, of course, My Fight or War, and next thing you know, she's telling me about a family member who was, dealt with addiction and unfortunately didn't make it.
Mm.
So there was that connection, and we just hit it off. And one of the reasons why was because I called one time and left a message, and she said with their voicemail, it goes through like Google, and not only does it say it, but it prints out what it thinks it hears. And I went from Manny Vitale, and I walked in, and she's like, it actually said Kelly. I'm like, the operation was a success. So we were just laughing and having fun. And I went and I actually busted a tooth out that you guys knew about when I was in New York. And so I had to have some dental work done, had to get that taken care of. But when they did it, I had to go 2 weeks with a temporary right in the front.
I hated it.
And Rachel was so funny because, I told her I never thought I'd have to worry about what the hell I looked like as far as, anything, being on camera. And so she's doing the temp and she's putting it in, and she kind of does a stand back and she looks and she goes, you look like Snaggletooth. Thanks. And then she ended up redoing some stuff to make it not so bad. But the material that they use, it's literally like Velcro. So, I mean, anything you eat, it's just like not between, but just stuck all over it. So here you go to smile and you got like clumps, not in the middle. Well, there
You
too.
just got to brush your teeth.
Oh my
more
God.
often.
But you can't, you have to be so careful because it'd pull right out. So that was an adventure. But as you can see,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and
good to go.
Jeremy
And
Ross came on board, by the way.
Jeremy Ross, how you
talking
doing,
while you were
man?
talking.
Good to see you, Jeremy. But again, thank you to Briarwood and to Dr. Frank and Rach and the entire staff over there. And the whole thing was too, because when I called back to confirm my appointment, I looked down again because I got their answering machine because they were at lunch. So I left a message. But I looked down on my phone and I saw Briarwood Dental 5 calls. And I was like, oh shit. So obviously I butt dialed them. So I called back and I got their message again. And I said, I just want to confirm that I
stalking us.
got your message about the change in time. However, I just noticed that I dialed you guys 5 times. So just confirming that me and my butt will be there. And they just got a kick out of that and just had some fun. But yeah, it was a good time. And like I said, great job. So anyone in our area, if you need someone, let me know. I will give you the details. But she has enough friends. What am I missing here? Jeremy. Now, I know that Jeremy's a biker. He's got Harley. And I know that it was a while ago that Jeremy, that you said you were going to pop in to Wolverine to pick up some parts. And I can't remember if you did. Well, I can't. I mean, and if I missed you, if I was out of the building.
Ooh,
But
tomorrow would be a good day.
But so yeah. So let me know first of all.
'Cause I'll be there tomorrow in the morning.
They're having a swap meet tomorrow, Jeremy. I'm not sure if you know. And this is for anybody who is again in the Detroit metro area. Come and see me, man. Come and see all of us at Wolverine Harley Davidson at 44660 North Gratiot Avenue, just south of M59, which is Hall Road. We are having our yearly swap meet, which starts at 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. And it's, even though it's Wolverine Harley, it's the Harley dealership. Everything that you can imagine will be there. Of course, stuff for bikes, not only like parts and accessories, clothing, apparel that's not only in our store, but people, stuff that are being crafts.
Yeah, matter of fact, I'm going to be there in the mornings.
Well,
Mary Jane is a friend of mine from work, and she's a very craft kind of girl. She makes all kinds of stuff, and she's going to have 2 tables, and it's all Halloween. I think there might be some autumn kind of stuff, but a lot of Halloween stuff, a lot, And I said, this is all going to go fast. So I'll be there in the morning till probably about 10:30, helping her set up and maybe getting things rolling before I take off.
We might, depending how the day goes. Talking about myself, Dago. Dagos.
I don't hear people say that anymore these days.
Dagos
Yeah.
and it'd be
Wops.
wops. There it is.
Yeah.
Wops. There it is. It's
But
a song.
you don't hear people say that anymore.
I just did, so you can't
Yeah.
say that
Okay. Well,
anymore.
all right. Mm.
So this Dago be there.
So remember that. You need his
so
memory bits for that.
So tomorrow, I forgot what I was going to say. There's going to be
Swap meet.
the swap meet. There was a point to it.
I don't know about Jeremy coming by and getting some stuff.
No.
No.
But
That your mom's going to be there
nope.
for a minute.
But it's going to be fun. And yeah, come and check it out from 10 to 5.
Mhm.
And like I said, not only is it going to be just it's going to be more than just Harley stuff for the swap meet.
Mhm.
And of course, Jeremy says I was there twice, but unfortunately running late, had to run. I need to stop in next week. Definitely. Now we're there Tuesday through Saturday. And I'm usually, if I do leave the building, it's usually
1 o'clock.
between like 1 and 2. So if you can get there either before or after that, that'd be great, because it'd be great to see you. But yeah, so tomorrow, check it out, the swap meet. And like I said, the stuff inside, new bikes, experience, a little more experienced bikes, apparel, everything you can think of. And then you got the swap meet outside. They are going to have food there. They're going to have, I can't remember the name of the food truck, but hot dogs, and they are amazing with all the different toppings. So please check that out.
You're going to have a raffle there too, because normally he has.
Oh, yeah. So with this, they're going to have raffles. There's going to be giveaways. There's going to be a lot going on tomorrow, and the weather's supposed to be nice. So that's tomorrow. And for Jeremy, if you and your guys are into working those motors, man, and really, putting in accessories for speed and performance, a week from tomorrow, which I think it's the 27th, we are having a dyno shootout. So those of you who know the bikes know what I'm talking about. We're going to have 10 bikes, and it's first come, first serve. We're going to throw you on the dyno. I think you get 3 runs, and we've got our techs are probably the best around, man. And I don't say that just because I work there. I see them every day. I listen to them. I see what they do, the magic they perform on these bikes. And Corey and Chris are going to be working the dyno. So if you come in, they're going to have the 10 bikes, and they're going to have the shootout to see. It's like first, second, third. They're going to have prizes. I'll get more information on that as time goes by. So really hope to see a lot of people out for that, as well as tomorrow for the swap meet. Jeremy, it'd be great to see you, man. Dyno, well, I tell you what, man,
he needs dyno work
with when they,
whatever that is.
Yeah, it's basically you can get a run to see how much horsepower, torque, what your motor's putting out. And it's for people who are really looking for performance, to get the most out, and maybe change some things to the motor as well. So it's for, if you just have, a little sporty or something like that, and unless it's worked on, yeah. I mean, because this is for performance. This is to show off what you have right now. On the 27th. This we have our dyno there. It's at our facility. So if you want to have it put on, of course, you make an appointment. Our techs will get in there. They'll run your numbers for it, and we'll go from there. But the 27th, a week from tomorrow, is mainly to show off the badass things that you got, man. I built the Torque Monster. Well, I tell you what, bring that bad boy in on the 27th, because if you have what it takes, you'll be in the first 3 prizes. The first 3 spots do get prizes, and they're gift cards, and I'm not sure the amounts, but we'll know more as time goes on, man. But it'd be great to see you, Jeremy.
Read what he said. Having issues. I had to rent a bike because my tune is crap.
Yeah,
okay. You need a tune up.
And you come to the right place, brother. September 27th, next Saturday. Yep, a week from tomorrow. What else we got here? Did I miss anything? Was Shenanigator. I'm back. My nephew was on the homecoming court, and I had no idea. Hey, there you go. Gonna be the king.
And then she says, I love my 3 nephews. You see that one?
Is it before or after?
After.
Here we go. I love my 3 nephews to pieces. They've been through hell with my sister's addiction and her leaving all of them, but they've still been good. I think sports saved them during extremely difficult times. And you know what, Amber? I believe that 100% as well, because for me, sports, it didn't help my addiction because that was later. But what it did do is it kept me away from jumping into it at a early age, because a lot of my friends growing up, as we know, man, grade school, junior high and up, game on when it comes to experimenting, doing drugs. For me, my life was sports. From the time I was in 3rd grade, I played hockey, and I was consumed. I just love hockey. Was my world. And
tell them how you started in hockey.
Oh, I was the worst person, not only on our team. I was the worst player in the league, and I'm not kidding. Picture a penguin. That was me, because my ankles were just folded over. I didn't skate. I walked, and then I just fell over. The other kids would be down and back skating, and then stopping at the blue line, stopping at the red line, stopping, doing lightning drills. I would just keep skating because I couldn't stop until I ran into the wall, and then I'd just fall over. Sometimes they'd just be talking and I'd just fall over. And it got to the point the coaches were like, they'd have other players help me up. The coaches would help me up. It got to the point the coaches are like, it's okay, Manny, just stay down.
Stay on the ice.
And, but I didn't care. I loved it so much as everyone laughed at me. Kids are little pricks. We know that. And, but I was terrible, but I didn't care. I knew, in fact, when I remember being in the locker room, just in awe of some of the guys at that age that were so damn good. And I remember this time I was in like 4th or 5th grade at this time, when seeing the guys' jerseys, when we had all of our jerseys, but seeing our captains with the big C, and that was my goal. And I remember saying, I said, one day I'm going to be captain. Mm-hmm. Everybody laughed. The coaches laughed. I laughed. And in my career playing, I played from, like I said, 4th grade through, mini mites, squirt, bantam, midget, high school, college. I got recruited by Ohio State, then played juniors. And out of all those, I was captain of 4 different teams. I would go and bust my ass, in summer. I would go to camps. I would go over to Canada and spend the summers in Canada skating. So while I was doing that, some of my friends started experimenting, man. And a lot of them did get into drinking and drugs at a very early age. I didn't want any part of it because of hockey, man. So, Amber, you're right. When it comes to that, man, you keep kids focused. And yes, so very, very, very good to hear, stuff like that. And it definitely does. It does help. It helped me. That's for damn sure.
When did you start lifting weights? How old were you?
Well, in hockey, we would all like training camp and stuff. Yeah, but that was just more like training camp, recreational not recreational, but for training camp, man, for hockey. But it was more just for fitness and a lot of cardio. But when I started really hitting it, I was 20 years old when I went into the weight station gym, and I saw this massive bull of a man, George the Greek. I mean, I was 19 because I was at Crown Fabricating. This guy was just a monster. and I was started working out, and I wanted to put on a lot of size and strength, and so I'm watching. I'd watch other guys in the gym, and I got to know people just from being there every day. And the owner, Tony, he would help me out when he could. And this guy, George, walks in. First of all, it looked like he was wearing a fur coat and he had on a little tiny, tiny tank top. And he still looked like he had a full length fur coat on, man. He had more hair on his back, shoulders than he did on his head. And I just remember going, what the hell is that? And Tony's like, that's George. Just stay away from him. I'm
Oh
like,
my
no
God.
shit. So a couple months go by and I'm training. I was there religiously, man, never miss. All of a sudden, I feel this huge paw come down on my shoulder, and it almost just crushes me. And I hear, "Hey!" Yeah, I turn around, and it's George the Greek. He goes, "What the fuck you doing?" And I'm like, pissing myself. And he goes, and this guy, he was loud. He goes, "I see what you're doing in here." He goes, "I see you watching all these idiots." And he's saying it that loud, and all these idiots were still
Are
right
listening or
there,
going,
and they hear him call them all idiots. He goes, "I see you watching these idiots." He goes, "How do you think they know what they're doing?" And I'm just like, "What the shit?" He said, "From now on, you're working out with me." And that next day, he goes, "You meet me here," and we trained together for months and months and months, and then a year or so, and he was just a beast, and that's how I started really training. And this guy was he was a monster. He was very well known throughout Michigan. uh, Back in the 80s, he was a bouncer at a lot of the bars that I was going to,
Mm.
and he just took me under his wing, man. I mean, he would see me and my guys walking up, and he would just like stop the line and come on and wave me up. He'd have a table for me. I mean, it was like treat like royalty with this guy. And one day we're in the weight station, and anyone in Michigan, over on Gratian 14, knows what I'm talking about. This was back in the day with the Barbarian Brothers, where I mean, there was no fancy machines. It was just weights and just incredible. And, you know, tons of steroids, back in the 80s. And, if you're into weightlifting, who's doing it and who's not. And I've been training over 45 years. And, you know, I have seen a lot. And I remember when I first started with George, we were down in the dungeon of this gym, and I opened up the curtain, which was going into the locker room, and there's George and his buddy, and their little medical bag, and they're drawing up their med, and they're injecting each other.
Emergent,
But
yeah.
that was just, and there was just like, hey, hey George, what are we working today? It wasn't, oh my God, everyone was doing it. I mean, back it was very, very common. It still is, um, and
You
I,
think it has common even now?
oh yeah, but back then, man, people, the ones that were really lifted and all that, would just come right out because
Yeah.
they didn't hide
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Nowadays, you get people who are doing it. Oh, I just changed my diet, dude. You put
Yeah,
on
right.
25 pounds of
Of
muscle
muscle.
in less than a month and a half. No,
No.
you didn't. And so, anyways, I walk in. There's George and his buddy, and I'm just like, his buddy was just finishing up. He goes, "All right, man, have a good workout, man. I'll see you." And he leaves, and George is like, "All right, man, I'll see you upstairs." I'm like, okay. So I turn around. Next thing I know, I get spun around. George has me by my throat and slams me into the wall. And he goes, "If I ever find out you're doing this," he goes, "I'll break your fucking neck."
Whoa.
And he literally, I
Whoa.
mean, I ever find, and he let me go. He goes, "All right, man, we're doing chest." I was just like,
Okay.
doing chest. Okay, I'll get the weight started. So that was just George looking out for me, man. For some reason, I mean,
He
everyone else, he just wanted to kill. And I've seen him. I mean, we were at the bar one time, and we were leaving, me and Jerry.
Mhm.
And all of a sudden,
Of course it
I
was
hear
Jerry.
commotion, and I see back then these guys had black satin jackets on and they had black fingerless gloves with lead in the knuckles. That's what the bouncers would wear.
Wow.
All I see are like 2 or 3 bouncers, and then all of a sudden George, who was like ran everything, and this manager come out, and there's 2 guys, and the one was hammered, and he's like trying to mess with the bouncers, and I just knew. I'm like, this is not going to be good.
Sit back and watch the
No,
entertainment.
and even me and Jerry, man, we're like, dude. And so I was like, you better leave. I go, listen, and then they go, fuck yeah. I go, no, I'm just telling you, man, something, you're gonna get hurt very
Mhm,
bad.
mhm.
And telling me to fuck myself. Then
Of
the guy
course.
started coming towards me, and I was like, well, George saw that, and you just hear, don't. The guy stopped. Well, then he started having words with the manager and kind of just barely reached out and touched the manager, and you hear a smack, which
Mm,
was a fist breaking his nose. He
mm.
drops, and there was like piranhas. This guy was getting hit in so many different places, and nothing I could do, man. I mean, I tried to tell the guy, and afterwards, the manager sees us. He goes, "You saw that? You saw him come after me. You saw it." And I was like, "Man, I didn't see shit."
Uh-oh.
And he's like, "All right, well, come on in, man." He goes, "Drinks on the house." I was like, "We were just okay." So, but yeah, it was. I tell you, I love. Unfortunately, now I'm still hitting the gym. I went from 7 days a week. The last month has been once a week. Unfortunately, having some
Back
issues with my back.
but
But
you
it'll be
still
all right.
make it. You still make it.
You know,
You
I,
get up and get there. And
yeah.
when you're there, you do put, you know,
What's I missed Amber. Sorry,
yeah.
Amber. What
She
was
had to
this?
go.
Uh,
She's got to go. She got to go watch her nephew.
my sister. So she had something else up here.
Oh, that, yeah.
I'll be back. Well, I'll tell you what. Tell your nephew good luck, and I hope they win.
Yeah. No, read the one that says, yeah, it's a very long story. That's the one. Read that one.
Yeah, it's a very long story, but short. It was my brother-in-law who saved him. My sister was AWOL and addicted, but she's clean now
Okay.
and
Good.
works for CM. Well, that's
good because when you said she was gone,
I know. I
was
was just like,
afraid
oh
to ask.
shit.
I thought, oh my God, she passed away.
Well,
But no,
that's good news.
she was just gone,
So
but she's still around and clean. Hooray!
congratulations
On
to
that.
your was it sister?
Tiger.
Yep.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Amber's sister.
Mm-hmm. And better congratulations to Amber's brother-in-law for really taking the kids under his wing.
Yes.
His nephew.
I always, it just takes one person, man, to change,
Mm-hmm.
the world. I mean, somebody's world.
Mm-hmm.
One person, man, and it could be someone you don't even know. That's why you always hear me say, man, you're one hello away from meeting your new best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of walking around hating the world, which was me most of the time, just angry, bitter for no reason. I mean, I would, I remember people after I got sober, started doing stuff like this. I mean, actually hearing compliments like, I remember for a while there, I was getting a lot of people saying, "Oh, you have a nice smile," and I was like, "Fuck you," because I thought they were being smart. Because I've never heard that before. Why, you ask? Because I never smiled. I was always angry, and I was always, not smiling.
It really seems odd because I've known you for a little bit now, and every now and then you might get, not even angry. You might get a little bit pissed as opposed to angry, because angry, I think of being more violent. But you are pretty much in a good mood most of the time. You really are.
I mean, just like all of us, life is life, and
yeah, but you go with the flow. You make fun of more things than you get angry. How's that?
I do on the outside. Just like all of us. Sometimes, we well, you know what?
Yeah.
Hell, we did it for years in active addiction. well, everything's fine, everything's
Oh,
great
blowing smoke.
until it's not, and it wasn't. But um, but for that, I mean, there's times now where, yeah, I get very frustrated. Now,
But
just like
frustrated is different than
well,
angry.
yeah, and well, trust me, there's times I get angry now, but it's different. Um, Now I get angry because I have this list and these goals in my mind,
Oh,
the things that
you
I
get
want to
angry at
do,
yourself.
and I get pissed because I think I should be somewhere else at this point in my life, and I'm not, and it really gets me pissed. But I gotta stop, just like when I'm talking to people, take a step back and look where you're at and enjoy it,
Mhm.
because look where you were 4 years ago. I'm really good at, giving advice at times, but sometimes I got to take my own. But it's so true, man. I mean, you know, I'll have people talk, even like working out and doing this. That was another thing. Training. I used to train people all the time. And I mean, you know how it is.
Mhm.
You get in the gym, when you're in the gym, it's you.
Mhm.
We are there as trainers. I would show people how technique to make sure that no one got hurt,
Yes.
make sure they're doing
Number
things
one.
properly,
Mhm.
make sure they would increase at the right amounts
Mhm.
without doing too much or not doing enough. And, I had this one young guy, and great guy, man. I was actually taking care of his wife at Dr. Klein's office.
Mm.
And he found out that I trained people, and I trained him for about 6 months. Just a good dude, just a good dude. And I remember training him, and he's the one that we were doing arms, and he goes, "Man," he goes, "I really want you to kick my ass." I was like, "You don't have
Oh,
to
okay.
tell me twice." So we were doing bicep curls, we were doing standard hammers, crossovers, reverse, and I was slamming this dude. And I go, "Okay, let's take a break. Let's get some water." And he's just looking at me. And I turned around, and because he was just kind of staring, and I go, "Let's get some water. Go get some water."
Mhm. Stay
And
hydrated.
because he had his water bottle, and I looked in the mirror, and he didn't know I could see him because he went to take a drink, and he went like this, and then he went like this. He couldn't lift his arms up, and
A
also
little muscle fatigue, you think?
I turn around, and he goes, "I hate you. I hate you." And I remember all of a sudden he kept talking about a reunion and his family. He's going to a family reunion, and he brought up the date. And then that was it. And then all of a sudden it started getting closer to that date. And he goes, "Man," and he was really working so hard. And man, I pushed him, and he did everything. I was so proud of him. And he was kept talking about his brother, who everyone in the family, he was the golden child,
Mm.
and my buddy was not. And so he goes to the event, and I saw him the following, like Monday. He comes to the gym, and the smile on his face, he literally came up to me and just gave me the biggest hug, and actually got emotional, started crying. He said, "This is the first time that I got noticed over my
Wow.
brother."
Wow.
And he said, he kept thanking me over and over. I said, "Listen,"
It's all
I go,
you.
"No," I go, you, I turned him around. I go, "Look at you, man." I
Mhm.
go, "You did this." I go, "I showed you, but you came in every day. You never quit on me
Mhm.
or yourself. You sat there and pushed yourself beyond limits that you thought you couldn't do, and you did it." And I said, "You need to be as proud on the inside as on the outside, what people are seeing you physically." And he got it, because I would always tell people that, working out is great. And people work out because they want to be big and noticed and all
Strong.
that.
Mhm.
Because I mean, it is nice when people notice, "Hey man, listen, you look good."
Got a
You
nice
know,
back there,
and it's
guy.
just like when you are putting your, everything into something, and you get positive reinforcement, man. I mean, that's not the only reason, but I tell you, everyone loves to hear something nice.
Sure.
And when we were talking about that, it was like when we first started. After this happened with his brother, we're sitting there and we're taking a little break, and he goes, "I get it. He goes, I get it. He said, because not only physically were his cousins and aunts and uncles all just like grabbing his arms and poking his chest and stuff. They said, and he was glowing. He said, people were smiling and all that. How it not only physically on the outside what he looked like, but internally, emotionally, spiritually, how he felt. So go to the gym.
Yeah, bottom line, go to the gym. Actually, and lift heavy.
That's like
For all the women out there, lift heavy. I don't mean 5 pounds. I don't mean 10 pounds. You got to get in there. Start there, but you got to lift heavy. If you want a good, long life, if you want to be able to get up off the toilet seat when you're 80, 90, or 100, if you want to be able to climb a set of stairs, you want to be able to pick up your great grandkids or your great grandkids,
grandpals.
Their grandpals. Yeah. You've got to lift weights. It's not sexy. It's not fun. Sometimes it's boring. You got to do it the bottom. Well, yeah. After a while, you'll get to love it because it does kick in your endorphins, but you got to get past, you got to get started.
Oh, yeah.
But
And it's not easy.
You.
It's not easy. And it's hard work. And, and just another fact for girls is because I would train women too. And, just like, with dealing with addiction, how people who've never dealt with addiction will be the first ones telling you what to do. People who have never worked out used to tell me, what I needed to do and how I'm doing things wrong. And they've never walked into a gym. And then I would have women that say, well, I don't want to train like a man. I'm like, no, you train like you train. Men and women do the exact same exercises. You got biceps, so do I. You got, quads, same muscles. And they're like, well, yeah, but my friend said that if I start lifting weights, I'm going to look like these girls on TV. No. I said, yeah, if you start injecting testosterone, if you start doing the anabolic steroids, yes, you will. And they're like, well, no, they said I said, tell them to,
I don't want to look. I've heard so. Lynn, I don't want to look like a man. I said, you're not going to look. Do I look like a man to you? And I've been lifting for at that time, probably 8 or 9 years. Now it's been, oh boy, a long time.
Well, yeah. And that's like, I was telling people that, for the women and guys, when we would start, I'd be like, okay, at the end of the eval, when I was getting their information, I would tell them, all right, for the guys, look around the gym. What do you want? Are you looking for powerlifting? Are you looking for, strength training? Are you looking for bodybuilding to compete in shows? Because that is different. I mean, if you want to just be big and compete, you train differently than if you're going to be a power lifter. If you're going to do different things like that. So I would just ask them, for the guys, look around. If you see a guy who's physique in here, and they'd point, and I knew everybody. It's like, okay. But the best was those 2 young girls that I told everyone about, that they were probably about 18 maybe or so.
Oh, yeah.
That were at the gym, came in and do all the pre-workout stuff, all the information. And I get to that part. I'm like, all right, girls, I go look around, at the women in here. And you can pick out like if that girl's shoulders or her legs or if just one that I love her physique. They both happen to look at a very good friend of mine, Linda, who I've known forever and trained with forever. And I mean, she's been in numerous shows, and they're like her. And I was like, damn good call. And they go, we're going on a cruise in 2 weeks. They said, can we look like that by the time we go? And I was just like, and they're just staring at it. I was like,
2 years.
You're serious? I said, do you know how long she's been training? But
for the women, I have to jump in here. Especially now, we've got a lot of young women in the family. But as you're getting, let's say, 35, 40, and you're getting close to menopause or perimenopausal, when that happens, your estrogen level drops and your calcium starts to leave your bones. It's so extremely important because you can drink as much calcium as a cow can produce. It will not enter your bones unless you stress them. And stressing is lifting weights, resistance training. And walking is great. walking doesn't build muscle. Okay. And if you just don't, if you only go to the treadmill, you are going to start aging from the inside out because your muscles are going to start to get smaller and smaller because that's just what they do because you've got to do resistance training. Okay. That's my speech for the day because I can go on for hours on this stuff because I love this stuff because muscles are now known as an endocrine organ. An endocrine organ, which means they spit out every time you flex a muscle, you spit out myokines. So that's your assignment. MYOKINES. Look up myokines. Okay. It's fabulous. Muscles. It's just you have to do resistance training. If you want to live a good life. If you've ever been inside a nursing home, that's not normal. How people are aging, that's not normal. They just get old and they stop moving. And when you stop moving, you stop moving. Get my drift? Okay. All right.
I mean, that's just it. You hear people talk about retiring, my golden years. Okay.
I would just be in the gym longer every day.
To each their own. What your golden years are is maybe not what mine are, or what it's your life to do what you want. We'll give you the information. Do what you want with it. If you want to just go, no, I don't ever want to lift weights. Okay. Don't. We're not telling you have to. I mean, these are just like in our family here, man. I mean, you'll always hear me say, I will never, ever tell anyone you have to do this to get sober. And if you don't, you'll fail. I mean, that's not how this family works. What we will do is give you suggestions. Hey, this is what worked for me. Tyler, Amber. So this is what worked for me. But you'll never hear us say, if you don't do it our way, you're doing it the wrong way. No. But
there's thousands of ways to do resistance training. How's that?
And the thing is it easy? No. Is recovery easy? No. Is it worth it?
Yes.
Yeah. But you know what? Think about it. What's the use of being blessed with this gift of recovery if you're going to use it by sitting on the couch and looking out the window and watch the world go by? Now, if that's what you want to do, if you are physically and emotionally drained, and you know what, you that's your call, man. And you know what, it's your call. But that's why you'll hear me sometimes when people sometimes will get on my ass about you're joke around too much. You don't take this shit seriously. I've been shot, stabbed, organ failure, 6 weeks to live. Don't tell me what I do and don't take seriously. But at the same time, I am going to live my life my way. And the way I see it is I've been blessed. God, have I been blessed. And I am not going to waste these blessings by not enjoying my life. And if that means running around like a silly son of a bitch, I'm going to do it, man. Just laughing, joking. Yeah. Just like that one meme that I got from that friend of mine. It said, in alcohol's defense, you've done some pretty fucked up shit, perfectly sober. You'll hear people say you have to change everything. When it comes to your past, you have to get rid of the old friends, your old habits. You have to do this. To me, no, and I'm talking about myself. I'm not talking about you. But I've heard people say that, if you want to recover, you have to get rid of the bad things. Yes. Okay. But for me, a lot of the stuff, that I did while I was shit-faced and stuff, I had a riot. And the thing is, I'm not talking about, stuff where, illegal, hurting people, or just out
having
being
fun,
a crazy ass guy, going to bars, going to parties, going to the casino, getting a little crazy with some of the guys that I used to ride with. And just pushing the limits and stuff like that, because I'm alive to push those limits, but I'm doing it sober. And I'm enjoying life. And what's the point of being sober and in recovery if you don't enjoy it? like I said, people saying how I need to focus on recovery 24/7. You know what? I don't. Maybe some do. I've had friends who have been sober 30 plus years who go to meetings 5 days a week
Mhm.
because they are so worried about relapse. To that, I say, God bless you, man.
Mhm.
Um,
If it
I
works
feel
for you.
bad in a way. Just my personal opinion is because it's almost like a new addiction taking over. And that's great as long as you're happy and you are progressing. Keep doing it, man. Don't set yourself up by failure by, well, I'm going to try to miss and maybe go to a bar.
Mm,
And that like
trigger you.
some people can't. There's people that can't go into a bar, can't see liquor, can't hear certain music because it triggers these bad memories. Don't do it. Don't set yourself up for failure. When I talk about these subjects, I'm talking about myself because I am very blessed, man. I could go into a bar.
Mhm.
I buy rounds for people. My guys, I'd be buying shots, taking beers, giving them, and I don't want one. I don't,
Mm-mm.
I'm very music, the
And what
place.
will you be drinking?
Arnold Palmer.
There you go. That's
I
your
got
thing.
my Arnold Palmer,
Mhm.
but,
Some iced tea and lemonade, right?
iced tea and lemonade, man. And while my boys are slamming Crown Royal and Jack Daniels and they're getting their wild side going, so am I.
Mhm.
But I'm doing it sober.
Mhm. And you get to
Amber,
remember what you did.
yeah, and now
Oh, speaking of memory.
Amber, I didn't get to spend my life in the room.
There you go.
You know what? But again, I am not going to talk bad about anyone. If that's your choice and that if you're happy, that's the key.
Mhm.
As long as you're happy,
Mhm.
because like I said, we've all been so blessed, man. Don't waste it by being miserable and sober.
Yeah.
We were miserable and addicted. We were
Mhm.
miserable in dealing with all these things. Enjoy. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Just
well, just
enjoy.
think how for all those years you said you had good time, but you also said how you were angry most of the time.
Oh, there
And
were
you're just not angry
you
anymore. I mean, it just if you are, you're hiding it
you
very
go
well.
through these waves, man.
Yeah.
Like, well, I did. Um, like I said, when people started saying stuff like, you got a really nice smile. And like I said, my response was, fuck you. I do not, you know, but it's because I didn't smile because I was always, um, on guard, when
Mm,
I was with the club,
mhm.
because you didn't know who was literally going to stab you in the back or
Mm,
shoot you in the face
charming.
or which fight or, who you were with, who was around you, all of these things. So there was a lot of anger, man.
Mhm.
And, I was good with that and I didn't care. But now,
That's scary.
and like the thing
That's
too
scary.
is like you were saying, I some of the best times, just like you'll hear people the next day, they're like, "Man, that was great last night," and we're like, "Yeah," and then you have to do a recap.
Like, what did
It's
they
like,
do?
okay, I remember up until this. Well, we were out for another 4 hours after that, man, and it was just
Mm.
like, then you kind of do a recap because you can't even remember what it was. It's just like you hear, these were some of the best times that I'll never remember.
Mhm.
Now, these are the best times, and I remember every moment. And
Well, I think about how you said you'd wake up and you'd like go out to make sure is your truck in the
oh yeah,
driveway? Are there any dents or
how
scratches
many
on
of
it?
you have done that? How
You
many of
know,
you woke up first to make sure, okay,
you're in your own home.
that's my ceiling. There's no bars. Okay, that's good. First,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
open my eyes, and then you're start to as you're laying there feeling like hell.
Mm.
You're like, okay, oh shit, did I drive? And
Oh.
then you do that peek out the window, that slow little peek. Okay, my
Mm.
truck's there. Whoa. And then it's like, then you go
Looking for
out to
dents
make sure
or
there's no
blood.
dents or blood
Oh
or
God.
I mean, and the thing is, I did it. I mean, I remember just doing inventory, man. And by the grace of God, how I did not kill
What?
somebody
Mhm.
with driving or myself is I'll tell you why.
You had a guardian
Because
angel.
God above and,
Yep.
and my guardian angels, man.
They were working overtime.
Oh, mine were just like seriously, dude.
Enough already.
And now my guardian angels right now, they're probably drinking. I can just see them in heaven go, give me a round, man. Give me a shot. This
I don't
guy,
have to watch them anymore.
whew, I mean, they're doing a shot of Crown, just saying, okay, finally he's good. But yeah, so I don't know what sparked all that, but you know what?
It's all good.
That's the good thing
all
with this
good.
family, man. We go
Talk about
and-
anything you want.
Yeah, we go in any direction that we want to go in because we can, and there's a lot of people, that if don't like what you do, what you say, how you act, how you look. To me, just
Okay.
okay. You know what? I'm not here to get your approval.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to get God's approval, the blessings that I've been given. I'm here after that to look in the mirror and
There
be
you
the best
go.
person that I can be.
There you go.
And if that means being happy and truly happy with that, I'm good with that.
And we're working on him saying Manny loves Manny. Not yet, though. We're getting closer.
That's not yet. And I will explain that. I'm going to explain that. And I will demonstrate. I have to move Groot. There is a comedian.
Oh,
I got
my
to keep this here for a
God.
second. His name is Jim Jeffries. He is hilarious.
Oh, God.
And the thing is, you got to remember, which they point out, him and this Russell Peters, is people get very angry with comics, with some of their material, because some of it is, like he said, our jobs are to go up to that line, find out where that line is, and go right up to it, and sometimes straddle that line.
Yeah.
And by the way, what they do is in their job title, comedian. They're telling jokes.
Yeah.
Some comedians aren't for everybody. Some of their jokes are like, holy shit. And this one here, he was talking about how they'll have people that are deaf come to the show. And these are things I didn't really think of. He goes, because I'd sit there, he goes, and they don't tell me when they have this happen, because they will have someone doing sign language at the corner of the stage in front of the people that are deaf.
Mm-hmm.
So as he tells his joke, he's like, that do it. And he goes, this person is going, whatever they're doing.
Whatever the language.
And he said, but everyone's having a horrible time being the people who are deaf, because a lot of them, when they watch the shows, which I didn't think about this till he brought it up, they lip read. And there's the the captions underneath, so they can kind of put it together as he's telling the story and the jokes. But when you have someone standing there just doing the words, it's just not funny. So he goes, and our brains haven't fully developed yet. He goes, because some of the swear words.
Mm-hmm.
When I swear, the first thing people do is they look over to the person doing sign language to see what the sign is for that swear word. This man is known for using the CU in Texas word like the.
Mm-hmm.
That's and
but he's Australian. They use it all the time.
Yeah, so it's very
normal.
When I first saw him and it just started rolling off his tongue, I was just like, whoa. But yeah, that's how it was. So he goes, and right now, I know what you're all thinking. And what is the
sign language,
the language for the CU in Texas, which he said, first of all,
you're going to stand up so that
I don't know. First of all, for anatomy, a woman's private area is
the uterus,
the vagina. Yeah. And it's this is for sign language.
Yeah.
That is, if you see someone doing sign, that is for that. Now, if you have someone telling a joke or is angry and calls you the C word, it is this. You got to bam
make the
with some
uterus
attitude, man. Where it's
attitude.
like bam, and you
And
you
at
bring
that
it
you
together,
are
and you,
calling them a CU.
that is so. You never thought you'd be hearing this shit, did you?
Things you learn on the My
My
Friday
Friday
War.
War. And then he said, just another, the
Jim
sign
Jeffries.
language was bullshit, because they were talking about, he goes, bullshit, which the sign for that
It's so cute.
is bull. So you like this. And then the other hand, right off the back, bullshit. So it's, bull shit, like out the back of the bull. But the way he did it was the way someone who is deaf would say it as well. So it was just like budget. But everyone, it was not meant to be derogatory, but he was just showing
people
and telling what happens at his shows. And here I am just going, oh my God. But yeah, so of course,
and I'm crying, I'm laughing.
at Apple Annie's,
oh,
all of the waitresses now know how to do the sign for the CU in Texas and for bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I'm just gonna stop, because we'll just stop. Watch Jim Jeffries.
Save it for next time.
Watch Jim Jeffries, and you'll enjoy it.
And
you'll laugh.
He's on Netflix, right?
It's okay to laugh.
Oh,
it's
my gosh.
okay to laugh.
But
enjoy.
Get ready. His language can be mighty spicy.
Yes. If you get offended by
words,
foul language,
then don't.
You might not want to watch certain comedians.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that,
he does it in such a way.
Oh God, it's fun.
Oh,
but anyways,
enough
on that note, I'll go with frickin'. Frickin' this, and so that's right. I said the F word, frickin'. But anyways, you guys have a good night. Thanks for spending some time with me. And
let's see, we got Groot,
Rocket, Sunflower, and I can't remember where my memory mints are. I think they're still in my truck. Thank you, Amber. But seriously, man, thank you guys. I hope you had a few laughs with us. And as well,
and again, Jim Jeffries, if you want some spicy entertainment.
Yeah.
And he makes such like cute faces. He's just like,
he's a comedian.
He's a good comedian.
He's great at what he does.
And and he'll say, it's in the title. It's in the job description as comedian.
Yeah.
What he's telling you is not necessarily the truth. It's just a story to make you laugh.
He said, this is, this is in my job description.
Yeah.
And he goes, I have people who are upset with me for jokes that I did 10 years ago. He said, that's bullshit, because for you bunch up, boom. They said back then, for 10 years, no one complained about that joke until now. He goes, back then, the line was here. And he went up to that line. He goes, in 10 years, you people moved the line. He goes, so you can't be mad at me. Just watch Jim Jeffries and
report back.
Let me know what you think.
Yeah.
We'll do
hopefully you will have laughed. Some might be offended, but I'm thinking these family members are pretty cool.
Oh, we are. And Amber
just
said, I'm leaving the game. Darn it. And now you're leaving. Well, you know what, Amber, we'll give you a few more minutes. We'll have a little Amber time and shenanigator time.
Where's Jackie? Speaking of shenanigator.
So Amber, if you got some, if you want to throw some scores, how'd your nephew do? Then again, thank you for the gifts.
Yes,
really appreciate it.
Of you.
Thank you, Donald Blow, for the gifts, and thank you all for the gifts of
your friendship,
being part of this family.
And some are actually really family because
Amber just taking some medication for epilepsy, and good for you. As long that, hopefully, you are getting good results with it, and you are doing amazing, man. We lost as usual, but it was fun.
Oh well.
But
So-
you were there, and Tyler, I love y'all, family. Well, we love you, man. And again, proud of you. You know, it seems like just yesterday that you were a guest on this show. It seems like just yesterday that you threw an idea at me
Mhm.
about you wanting to do a podcast. And it seems like just yesterday that, you know, you started with MMA. And all I can say, brother, is now look at you.
Mhm.
I hope you're as proud of yourself as
As
all of
we
us are of you.
Mm.
And that goes to all of you, man.
Mhm.
Amber, all of you, man. If you know, we are. I've said it so many times. We are part of an elite fraternity here, man, and we're part of a family that, of course, we didn't plan on becoming part of, but we're here
Mhm.
for a reason. We didn't wake up one morning and grab our to-do list and say, okay, get up, have breakfast, go to the gym, go to work. And oh shoot, I forgot I was supposed to become an addict today. That's not how it worked. It happened. It happened. People will say it's choice. It's a choice. And you know what? That first time and maybe second or third was a choice. After that,
Hooked your
and that's
brain,
a
and that
whole
was it.
nother debate. You want to piss people off, you know, do that one about, you know, with the disease or not a disease. And, you know, that's not why we're here either, you know, to debate anything.
Yeah.
We're here to love each
better.
other and support each other. That's why we're here. So what works,
Read Lori's message. Laura, right?
my
Not
cousin,
Lori, Laura. Yeah. Near the
my deaf coworkers verified those signs and laughed. And that's just it. It was not meant to offend anybody at all.
Oh, Aunt Cookie.
And
We're
Cookie,
closing shop. You just
well,
showed a
we'll hang out for
baby.
Aunt Cookie too. We're gonna hang. We, you know, we do what we want, man. The last I checked,
You're in charge.
this is my studio, our studio. This is my fight, our war.
That's true. That's true.
Who'd have
You're right.
thought I'd be enjoying a Friday night in a recovery live and exactly what I wanted to be? Yes, yes. And you're not, you know, what you're not dealing with. You're not dealing with a bunch of bullshit. And I'm not being a,
That just
you know,
Aunt Cookie has no idea what you just did. Okay.
Aunt Cookie.
We'll
Okay.
have to show her.
I don't know if hopefully I'm not going to be banned
Oh yeah, you got to be careful
for this
Yeah.
because I'm not saying the words.
Right.
I am.
But Aunt Cookie left a pretty exciting.
Aunt Cookie, for
She
those
wasn't
of you,
always a Girl Scout. Okay, you know what I mean?
well, it's pretty safe to say that all of us in here have won our titles of, you know, the good, the bad, the ugly.
Mhm.
Well, not ugly. We're all damn good looking in
That's
this
right.
family.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, even Groot.
Ah, he's cute.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's see. Where did
And I'm just getting Manny started on watching Despicable Me so he can understand where the minions came from because he had no
Let's
idea what they were or what they did.
Amber, imagine if we had a family reunion. It'd be, oh, well, you know what, Amber?
Someday.
Anything is possible. We are proof of that. We are proof of that. And Amber, just so you know that Agnes there and Cookie is awesome. Had the pleasure of hanging with her in Connecticut when we did the absolutely incredible Brian Cody Brothers and Sisters Foundation event. It was amazing, absolutely incredible, and being able to hang with Aunt Cookie was a lot of fun. Jeanette, how you doing, Jeanette? We've got Alabama in the house.
Mhm.
Jeanette and Lori, we haven't seen Christy. So if you could send Christy some love for all of us here. I know she's going through a difficult time right now. And I think today or tomorrow might be the services for the father of her oldest son, who unfortunately is no longer with us. So sending lots of love your way, Christy. All of you, man. Where's Jacqueline? Yeah, you know what? The shenanigator here. And for Melissa, she's like, hey, wait a minute. Shenanigators don't take time off. I'll be about 3.5 hours away from you next week, Manny. Well, where are you going to be? 3.5 hours away. We'll be praying for Christy. Yes. Thank you, Aunt Cookie. She definitely needs it. We all do, but at this moment, she's going through some tough times, and our thoughts and prayers are with her. So,
Send her
Aunt
love.
Cookie, thank
Send
you
her
for
love.
that. Definitely do. Amber, also on Netflix.
I just sent her
Oh, okay.
for both because she didn't know what. She's never watched Despicable Me. And Jim
Yeah.
Jeffries are both on Netflix. So if you can watch it on Netflix.
Amber, I haven't shut. Yes. You know what? That's why you are the leader of the shenanigators. With you persevere, man. No matter what, you're like the mailman. No matter wind or rain or sleet or dark of night, Amber will be there.
Oh, she put a good.
Manny will be there if he can remember where his mints are. Springfield, Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Jeanette.
It's a bit of a ways away, yeah, but still. But Amber, let's see. Amber, where was that thing that you wrote about COVID? Let me see.
That I wrote.
No, she wrote about COVID. I gotta find it because it was good. It was well done. I even said, "Well, it was well said." It kind of a funny thing.
One of my favorite movies. And Cookie said so.
What, Despicable Me?
Yeah, it's
all right. Well, here, Amber. She goes, "I'm like COVID. I keep coming back, mutated in a different form, but you can't get rid of me." Well done.
Well, there you go.
Well
see,
done.
I could put. Let's see. I'm just like a case of the runs. You think I'm gone, and the shit comes back just like that. Sometimes you got to act like diarrhea and run. Sometimes you got to act like a drum and beat it.
Oh, no.
Sometimes you got to act like a tree and leaf.
Okay.
You know what they call a bunch of sheep falling down the hill? A landslide. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And why don't they charge Santa Claus for parking?
Why?
Because it's on the house. Why? Hey, Manny.
Hey, what?
Why don't you wear underwear to bed?
Because for people who don't like me, can kiss my ass.
And Can't Cookie. My grandson and I used to talk minion talk. Oh, I love it. I love it. Because Manny is laughing. He says, "I don't understand anything they're saying." I said, "Well, you don't really have to."
Yeah, they're sitting there, and the tall dude, he's like, "Hey, Bob, Larry, Ken." I'm like, "What?"
It's just fun. I just watch him and I start laughing.
Amber,
I don't know why.
Sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes
there you go.
Mounds and Almond Joy Bar.
There you go. That's right.
You don't wear underwear to bed. Yeah, right now there's a visual for everybody. They're like, "Oh God." Even Groot was just like, "Oh, wait a minute, wait." Groot's like,
"I'm leaving."
He's like, "Hey, Rocket." He's like, "Did you really just say that?"
Okay, Rocket.
Help! Oh yeah, she's wondering why his mouth opens and his little arms go up in the air.
Can't see.
She's squeezing his legs together, squishing his little rocket raccoon nuts together. Yeah, of course she's yelling, and he talk about not looking happy.
Yeah, he kind of opens up and he's got this kind of a growl on his face.
Well, yeah. Yeah, it comes.
I like Rocket. Rocket's cool. Rocket's cool.
She called me a rodent. All right, so
I'm not his pet.
So those of you who know what we're talking about with Rocket and Groot and all that, and you got the one-liners for them, you gotta. Oh, there was a lot of those. What? You don't wear underwear?
But okay, so Groot and Rocket are
Wait a
from
minute.
Marvel.
Tyler, I live by this quote. It's all shits and giggles until someone giggles and shits. Good one, brother.
All right, Tyler.
That is a good one. I like that.
There you go.
And Gamber.
Amber?
Gamber Mountain. Let's see. My grandson used to talk minion. The founder of the Shenanigators. Jeanette headed. Oh, Headed there for my grandma's funeral, but gonna stay there a few extra days. Well, very sorry for
The reason you're
grandma.
going, but I'm glad you
Um,
get to see some family
so yeah, it's nice that you get to be there with your family.
and appreciate your family because those that are still around,
Yeah, you know,
give them
it's
big hugs.
raccoon nuts. Tyler must have me blocked because I don't see his comments. Tyler, you would never do
Unblock
that.
Amber.
The the shenanigator, and
You almost sounded like Donald Blow when you said that. Amber.
Amber. Yeah. So Donald Blow,
We love
how was your
ourselves some
time
Donald
in
Blow.
Connecticut with Manny and dealing with Coach at the event? Well, we walked 5 feet in an hour. He was
So funny.
he was so awesome. For those of you going, what?
Oh,
Since we got nothing else going on, it's only been an hour and 20 minutes.
Well,
I'm
yeah.
having fun. You guys having fun? You know, me and Amber, and Tyler, and Cookie,
well, and
whoever
Cookie's
else
with
is
us
here.
now.
You know what? It just goes to show you, man. You know, recovery's fun.
Mhm.
You know, it's just
It's good to be sober. You can laugh and understand and remember what you were laughing about.
yeah. And you know, if you can't laugh at yourself, man, you're definitely part of the wrong family.
Well, you need to learn
I-
to laugh at yourself. That way you have ongoing
I
comedy every day.
laugh at myself every day. I make
Mhm.
fun of myself all the time,
Yes, he does.
and you know, my material's endless. I tell you, myself, and God bless, God rest your soul, man, Jerry.
Oh,
Our
poor
stories. I'm trying to think of a quick one for
Jerry.
Jerry. I told you about when he zipped himself
Oh,
up in a
don't do
sleeping
that.
bag.
That was yesterday. That was
Um,
awful.
he let's see.
Turning the wrong way always, or going the wrong
Oh,
direction.
poor
and-
Jerry. I mean, it was just everything. You know, when we were up north, I remember we were telling him the back door. It was an old cabin, and it had the old, you know, glass pane, so it was like little squares. Just, and then it was the wood frame around the door. We told him, Jerry, the door sticks. So when you close it, don't slam it. Take your knee and like on the side where the wood frame is, hit it with your knee, you know, to help close the door. Sounds pretty self-explanatory. So we were there, and you know, the reason we had to keep going outside is because the bathroom wasn't working. The toilet wasn't working, so we had to go outside the old style. We're out in the woods anyways, man. So we're out peeing and pooping outside. So he goes out and opens the door, goes out, comes back in, and we hear the door hit. And it's like, you know, use your knee. So then we hear glass shatter.
Oh God.
And you hear shit. So we go out there and there's a broken glass. And I go, why is the glass broken, Jerry? Well, you said to hit it with my knee, the wood, not the glass. So he broke that. And this was after I put my knee into his lip. So he had the seeping sore, just put his knee through the glass.
It's like you tortured him for no.
Other things happen. So now it's our last day. We're going home. There was more that happened. I'll bring that up in another show. So we're getting ready to leave. Jerry's in white sweats. You know, we're all just getting ready to head out the door. Jerry goes, you know what? Before we take the 3 hour ride home, I'm going to run outside and, you know, go to the bathroom. Okay.
Oh, no.
In the meantime, we got the door fixed, so all's good. So he comes walking in, shuts the door without incident, comes walking by, and you know, we always do a check, you know, check the rooms and look around, make sure we have everything. He goes, I'm just going to check, you know, check the bathroom or whatever, check the back of the cabin. He walks by me, and he turns and starts walking towards the back of the cabin. To which I said, Jerry, you took a shit, didn't you? He goes,
oh no.
how'd you know? I go, next time, pull your sweats down a little further. He turns around. He's like, son of a bitch. So he starts freaking out, getting pissed. So he starts pulling his sweats off.
Baby.
Well, he didn't take his shoes off because he was just going to pull them right over his shoes, which didn't work. So when he pulled really hard, the sweats got stuck on his shoe, which tripped him as he fell in the hallway in a pile of poop. Yeah. And like I said, there's more that happened, within that time.
Poor Jerry.
So, and that's not the only one. We got my buddy Jay, brother Jay. We actually, for those of you who remember the Great Kazoo with the Flintstones, he was that little
Oh, yeah,
green
yeah.
Martian.
Mhm.
Well, rule number one, never pass out amongst friends.
Oh gosh.
We were in the bar shooting pool. Jay said, I'm going to go hang out. I'm going to go in the truck until you guys are done. Then, we'll go. So we goes out to the truck. About 45 minutes later, I'm like, man, let's check on him. So we walk out there and he's out like a light. So, of course, being the good friends we are, we went and the friends of ours were all the waitresses. So we went and got the one waitress and I looked down and she had her marker in her apron, which was green. I go, give me your marker. So I gave him a little Pepe Le Pew mustache. And then my buddy Matt gave him a little beard and he didn't wake up. So we proceeded just to color him in. Made him green. So we leave. We are driving to the cabin and Jay's awake now talking to us. And we're like, he's fucking green. So we get to the cabin and Jay goes into his room and just passes out. Me and Matt are already in think mode. There's no mirrors in this place except for the bathroom. We'll take the mirror off the wall. No one will miss that, which we did do. So we go to sleep and we wake up a couple hours later because it was probably 3 a.m. at this point to go get breakfast at the same bar we were just at, which we ended up nicknaming Kegs and Eggs. So we wake up and it's just like, come on, Jay. Well, at this point, we forgot we painted our friend green. He walks out of the bedroom and we were just like, holy shit. So he goes, I got to go to the bathroom. Well, it's a big mirror. He's going to notice it's gone. He didn't.
Oh.
So now we're like, okay, we're in. We're like, come on, man, we got to go. He's like, hold on. I got to get my boots on. So he goes into this room and me and Matt are like, all of a sudden you hear, hey, what the shit? You said. He comes out ready to kill us. And don't forget, it's hunting season. We got guns everywhere. So he's like, son of a bitch. So he goes to jump in the shower, and the soap that we had was just about done. So he's like, so I saw that there was a bar of soap, so we didn't get any at the A1 or at the fucking A-frame store. But what we forgot was to look at what kind of soap it was. It was lava soap that you use like for getting oil off of mechanics' hands.
Mhm.
So there's Jay using lava soap on his face
Oh my God.
to get the green marker off, which we found out I used an indelible marker on his face, and he came out green and red because he had to wipe his face. So then we went to the bar. We walk in and he looks at the waitresses and he's like, you did this. And they're like, man, he did it. Or, Matt, you gave him the marker. Again, that's an hour and 28 minutes that you guys will never get back. So, anyways,
Just
guy.
be glad you didn't know Manny during his drinking days.
Oh, I tell you, we had fun. I mean, some of the stuff was a lot of fun. But I don't know who's here, who's not. But for those, for all of you, man, thank you for being here.
Well, Cookie's still here and Tyler's still here.
And today's still Friday.
Yes, it is.
We'll be going live Sunday probably, and we're still working out some of the details on Monday.
Yeah, I'm
we'll work.
Yeah, I'm waiting to hear back from somebody.
Yeah, we'll work it out and we'll throw it out there for you. But
yep.
Have a great weekend, guys. Thank you for spending time with us. That was an hour and 29 minutes.
It was wonderful.
And it was such a nice time.
Learn some sign language. You think how much smarter you are now.
So, what did you learn anything from with My Fighter Award? What Manny have to say? Well, he said,
I don't even have to say it out loud.
Yeah, you could just walk around.
And see, poor Cookie does not know what, but we'll have to.
We showed.
explain.
I showed.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but we'll do it again. Oh, all right. Well, Amber, thank you again for the gifts, man. Really appreciate you.
Very
And
sweet of you.
Cookie, love you. All you guys,
Tyler,
you know, you
awful
guys
work.
are absolutely the best.
Don't know who's still hanging in
so
there.
It's such a blessing to be in this family with you guys. It really is. And we will be chit-chatting soon.
Okay.
So until next time,
Good night.
keep fighting the good fight.